How important is setting priorities in your life? The bottom line is, as you prioritize and you do it regularly, it does equal way more success. So the ability to work towards a goal and the discipline to prioritize are essential to a leader's success. The progressive realization of a goal defines success. There is an old rule. It's the Pareto principle. It's 80-20, and in some cases, I think it's almost 95-5. But this says this 20% of your priorities will give you 80% of your production. If you spend your time, energy, money, team, whatever it is, on the top 20% of your priorities. So here below are some interesting things. Leadership, 20% of the people will make 80% of the decisions. Time, 20% of our time produces 80% of the results. Let's just bounce around a little bit. Reading, 20% of the book contains 80% of the content. Donations, 20% of the people will give 80% of the money. So bottom line, it's really an understanding of the Pareto principle. You will understand that 20% of the people in your organization will sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes be responsible for 80% of the company's success and team success. Doesn't have to be like that, but many times it is like that. So when you prioritize things, what are some of the tips you can follow? The following tips will enable you to increase the productivity of your team, your leaders in your organization, and those willing to work. So determine who your top 20% are in production. Spend 80% of your time with those in the top 20%. Spend 80% of your team development dollars on your 20%. Determine what 20% of the work gives 80% of the return. Invite the top 20% to do on the job training. For the next to be motivated to become producers. So the biggest part of what happens in anything we do is what we know. We teach what we know. We reproduce what we are. Can everybody be a producer? Can everybody be successful? Yeah. A lot of times it really is leadership who doesn't create that team environment, so it ruins it. Sometimes it's having goof offs come and they reward the goof offs. And so that, demotivates the producers. So it's got to be a healthy environment for the whole team. So as you build, review, and move forward in your goals and in the team, you develop and make sure that you continually review anyone in your team and you reward people. That is the Pareto principle. It's not how hard you work, but how smart you work steadily over time in a team environment. And team stands for what? Together, everyone achieves more.